What were some things your dad taught you that stuck with you at a young age?
All my life, I have schedule, I have rules, I have discipline. And for me, it's all about numbers. Most of them, like all things, like on time. Like you have to wake up on like 6, 7, you have to train. After you come home, breakfast, go school, come back, do homework, train, come back, eat, sleep, repeat. It's like this. Like a lot of people think, like, to become world champion, to become the best in the world, you have to be focused on all your life. It's about sacrifice, like about 30 years. Like next month I'm gonna be like 35. I find myself on mats when I was like 3, 4, I don't remember like exactly what, but I beginning work on the mats because when we was living in village, my father opened first gym in our house, and he begin train like guys from village. I was like 3 or 4 years, and since that time, all my life I was training by my father, and no day off. I remember like all my life I was in the gym, and of course father teach me like my religion. Father teach me discipline, rules. Number one things, it was respect. You have to respect gym, you have to respect coaches, you have to respect your sparring partners, you have to respect all people. You cannot fight in the street because you know how to hurt people. It was like all about respect. When you fight alone. And it was like big experience to growing in Dagestan, like between like 13 and 20th. I remember it was like too much fight in street. And when I was like 17 or 18, like I realized I can really hurt people. And I remember like father told me like you cannot fight in street because I teach you how to become world champion. And when you become 18, 19, when you can hurt people, you have to control yourself. It's very dangerous. This is almost same thing like gun. You have gun and you have to control yourself. Inside my heart, I was like, I was competitor. Like even now, I still like, I believe I can beat like anybody in the world. Many people, they train like 10, 15, 20 years. They have good skills. They know how to wrestle, punch, kick, everything. But inside, they are not warriors. They are professional, but they are not warriors. When you're professional and you inside your heart you are warrior, these kind of people can become champions and defend their title, like being the best in the world. In fighting game, there is levels. They have levels. On this arena, I was 23 years old, and I have only one fight in UFC, and it was my second time in my life I see cage, because when I was competing in Russia, it was no cage, it was ring. And I was fighting versus 29 years old, 14 ranked in the world. He have 17 fights in UFC, and one of the best of that time. I was fighting with non-stop and train. One more things, like about your mental toughness. Because when you go to the cage, you have so many emotional come same time on your head. Every emotional, they have separate places. But if everything come on your mind and then make you weak, this can make you break. This can make you strong. In my mind, I was UFC champion. Like it was no way somebody can stop me. And father always told me only one thing, if like I think it's like lucky punch. Otherwise, if you're not gonna stop train like you train now, if you're gonna still focus, I don't think somebody can stop you, because you can wrestle, you can punch, you can do all these things all night. You have good condition, you have big heart. I think you can become world champion, just you have to be focused. Train yourself, everything, but if you don't have like this mentality, like somebody gonna break you. Anything can happen with you, this is for reason. You have to sacrifice all your life if you wanna become champion. If you're working every day like 6 hours and you wanna train like 4, 5 hours, and you have to sleep, eat, like a lot of things, Like between trainings you have to train, after sleep, then nighttime you come again train. It's like there is so many things you cannot do. And one of the things, like what father always told me, you don't need to work. You don't need to, just stay focused, train, and your time gonna come. Like, stay focused, your time gonna come. And I'm like, okay. because I don't have choice. And people think there is no rules fighting, but there is so many rules. Doesn't matter where you're from, Russia or US. It have to be always rules, discipline, and schedule.
It like a lot of people underestimate one things. When they become famous, when they become rich, when they become success, they all beginning to talk about, oh, you know, this is because of my mindset, this is because of I work hard, this is because my business mind is very smart, you know. I'm a very strong guy, I can handle anything in the world, you know. But what about other millions and millions of people around the world who work so hard, but they don't have this position that I have? This is test from Allah. This is test from God. He give you this. You wanna test it, how you gonna handle this? And don't make this mistake, guys. Everything come from God, you know? Like I remember, I grew up in a very small village with a very poor life. I have very good amateur career. I become two-time Russian champion, two-time world champion in combat sambo. I was competing everywhere. I remember when I grew up, father made me compete like freestyle wrestling, Greco-Roman, Croatian, grappling, amateur MMA, combat sambo. Even he make me like wrestle with the bears. This is how he teach me. This is how he tried to teach me, because he always tell me, when you're gonna go to big arena, you can handle any pressure. You can handle any pressure when you go to the big arena. But right now you have to work hard. And I remember when I asked him when I was young, I was very young, maybe like 6, 7 years old. I remember it was like lesson for all my life. I asked him money. He said, okay, I'm gonna give you money, but you have to deserve this. You think I'm gonna give you everything what you want? No. You have to deserve this. I remember when first time I realized this, like someone tell me, hey, you know, it was 2009, I think, you know, your record is 5-0. And some people who have 5-0, 6-0, they compete in UFC. I'm like 5-0, okay, I'm gonna check this. I check, I'm like, okay, 5-0. What about if I become 10-0? Maybe I can compete in UFC. At that time, it was no fighter in UFC from Russia. It was no fighter, a long time. And I become 16-0 and UFC decided me. I was first fighter from Russia, and a lot of people in my country was watching. Okay, like more than 10 years, nobody from our country competed in Russia, and now we're gonna watch how we're gonna deal with this. January 2012, I make my debut in UFC, and I finish my opponent, and after that, UFC understand. 2014, when I just beat Rafael Dos Anjos, I tore my ACL. This is like crazy injury. It's like very bad injury. I tore my ACL. After that, I tried to come back. Almost 1 year, I recovered. Tried to come back. I tore again ACL. 1 more year. After that, I tried to come back again. I broke my ribs half year. You know, like it was very difficult time for me. You know, I remember when I was talking with my father. Maybe it's like. Maybe I'm gonna, maybe I should like retire. What do you think? Like, because I'm tired again, surgery, you know. And he say like, if you wanna give up, you can give up. This is your choice. You can do whatever you want. But how you gonna give up? Like so many years we were working together, like, and you like only 26 years old. My prime time it was 32, 33. Your time's gonna come. But you cannot give up, you know. And this gives me like crazy motivation. I never give up. I never even remember I give up in training, top, or like in amateur career, professional career, in the gym. Never in my life. A lot of people ask me, you proud of something? I'm very proud of. I never give up. Thank you so much.